That sounds nice. At least I think so. If I don't think it sounds nice, who the hell is going to think it sounds nice? I don't know, man. I just don't know. Cray. What? I'm gonna give myself some love. Hey, Alexis Lopez, good evening to you. Hey, Rowan. 1963 reissue, SG Jr. From 2017. I have the feeling you were the culprit, man. Fucking D string. I got a little sharp too. Damn, man. Shifting the weather. Does it every time. You all can come in and just make yourselves at home. Hey, Stone, how are you? Good to see you. Glad you're here, man. That is the correct answer, my man. Yeah. Just a little bit. I'm like, why is the set so dark? Oh, I'm missing the light. Donnie, these men are nihilists. Are they gonna hurt us, Walter? Oh, you're welcome, man. Nice marmot. You fuckers don't. Oh, that's cool, man. I didn't really get shorts done on yesterday's previous streams because I only did one, and the other one I did nobody watched, so I was just like, fuck it, it gets thrown on the cutting room floor. X-nay, the short-tay, now a. That's how that shit goes. Give me a Caucasian, Gary. Hey, 69, how are you? That's a great name you got there. Welcome to the stream. I am Larry Soulcactus. I am your host. That goes for the rest of you, too. Welcome to my show. Thank you, Stone. No worries about, dude, there's plenty of other people commenting, but it's fine, man. You're all good. We're all fine here now. How are you? Who is this? What's your operating number? Pew, pew. It's a boring conversation anyways. Luke, we're going to have company. Sorry. Hey, Tom Patterson. How you doing? So, that was a little episode 4 Star Wars dialogue for you. In the detention center. Marching into the detention center is not what I had in mind. But they're going to kill her. Better her than me. She's rich. Rich, huh? Yeah. Could we honestly say that might be Luke Skywalker's first attempt at a Jedi mind trick with Han Solo. Anybody ever think about that? Power of suggestion. That's going good, Tom. How are you, my friend? Deputy, for the life of a deputy. Do you see that Jimmy Cliff died a couple days ago? Stone, do you know who that is? You can get it if you really want. Or you can get it if you really want. But you must try, try and try, try and try. You ever heard that before? That's addressed to the fucking room. All four of you, don't speak up at fucking once. Yeah, that's for real. That wasn't like an AI generated story. He passed on, man. I think it was like Saturday or Sunday this past. Like it was all of a sudden. It might have actually been like the day before Thanksgiving or the like Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah. Well, that's a good song. You can get it if you really want. That's his biggest tune. That was his biggest hit. It's off the record. The harder they come. Oh, the harder they come, the harder they fall. It's good shit, man. Very cool. The reason I know of him is because the director at Menominee, when I was at overnight camp in Eagle River, Wisconsin, would play "You Can Get It If You Really Want" by Jimmy Cliff at like for wake up when we were getting up out of bed. He used to blow tunes. So like that was some of the most memorable shit for me at camp. Was like being exposed to a lot of different cool music. Hey Gunner, how are ya? Oh, you're too kind, man. Thank you. Jimmy Cliff tune, I mean, and I think the year that it came out, it was pretty sure it hit the Billboard Top 100. After midnight, We'll start at 12, and then we'll go down to 5, and then we'll go back up to 10, and then we'll go back down to 4. How does that make you feel, Larry? Well, if I'm being honest, in which case I generally am, I think it sucks the big green dick. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Channel, please subscribe, please hit that like button. I know there's only 5 of you, so it's not worth my breath, but whatever. I'm thinking of it. Anthony, what are you having for dinner? That sounds good, Anthony. Got it. Thanks, Anthony. Anthony, I'm gonna level with you. This being Arizona and all, I'm kind of like a chips and salsa kind of guy, like all day long. Like, I don't need real food. Just put some chips and salsa in front of me, I'm good. Cerveza, senor? Sí. Lime? Nada. Keep that shit for yourself, dude. Just hold the fruit. Thanks, Delilah. How are you? Good to see you. Watching old Muppet episodes, in case anybody's wondering why I'm like looking like this. It's Steve Martin's on. Are you Miss Piggy? Phone call. Phone call for Miss Piggy. Perhaps you would like to smell the bottle cap? think we're missing some grit. That's what I think. That's better. I think possibly the greatest bluesman that has ever come and gone is B.B. King. If you're not impressed with anything that you're hearing, you're going to be waiting a fuck long time to be hearing something impressive. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because so far today, this has not been the day for the warmest of welcomes, I must say. Oh no, don't worry. This hasn't been a day for warm welcomes. Yeah, no shit, Obi-Wan. Thank you. Better get back to the forward command. Hey, Lori. I don't know Thunderstruck. I can if you send a sticker, Lori. You got it, Swamp Thing. How are you? Good to see you this evening. Lori, it's not an all request hotline. If you send a sticker and super chats, I'll play something you want to hear. Sorry, need a slight adjustment here. Yeah, a lot of people are freezing their biscuits off, I think. I'm good, Swamp Thing. Hang in there. I got my hair done this afternoon before live stream, so I'm good. Yeah, look at that for you. Fancy, fancy, fancy. At Target? I don't know, man. Oh, you mean here? I don't know. I don't know, dude. They've been they've been there for months. Blueberry or not Blueberry. I didn't get Blueberry. Frankenberry and Count Chocula. Classics, man. See how many people I can piss off. Looks like a lot. Killer Monster. Yo, sick riffs? Yeah, I didn't fucking invent them. But thank you, yeah. I agree. Hail to the Jimmy Page. Thanks, Dad. I mean, Wizard. Whatever. Yeah. Well, I got into it on my own. My parents are not musically inclined. Nobody else in my family is musically inclined except for me. I was talking about this with my stylist earlier. And I said, I'm pretty sure Eric Clapton came through town in 70. Fuck my mom. I came out. I have no further explanation for how I am the way that I am. I'm not serious, of course. You know, that's not really a thing. I don't know what Clapton was doing at the time that I was conceived. But if he was on tour here, then it could be a conspiracy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It keeps getting caught. Hey, Killer Monster. 13. Thank you for answering that for me, Swamp Thing. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's cool. I've been playing for 41 years. That's the other FAQ. Now you want to know how old I am, right? 54. Well, I'm not boring, though. I can see your face. I don't know what it's me. Any Clapton Journeyman fans here? As old love. What got me into playing? Well, Pete Townsend was really like first guitar player that I was really like taken with. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, look at the way this guy plays. And the music is just so like, some of it is just so bombastic, you know. And John Entwistle playing basically like lead guitar, but on the bass. In between what's going on with Crazy Keith Moon and Pete laying down the rhythm, always laying down the rhythm. That's where Pete Townsend is just utterly fucking brilliant. I think he is by far the greatest rock and roll rhythm guitar player that has ever come and gone. And one of the greatest, most prolific rock songwriters that has ever come and gone. For sure. It'll be a sad day for me when Pete kicks the bucket. I mean, I hope it's not for a while, but you never know. And the other thing was like, you know, and then you got like the fucking He-Man of rock and roll fronting the band. Up right, like swinging the microphone around like, I mean, like, I was just like taken by their whole performance, man. Those guys were like so great at performing and playing their music, and it was something to aspire to, in my opinion. And then when I was 13, I walked home from a buddy's house, or walked home from junior high to a buddy's house, and he had an electric guitar, and this was like the first day of 7th grade of junior high. And when he showed it to me, and he showed me like he could play a few chords and whatever, I lost my shit completely. And then he played me Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix, which I'd never heard before. And then I lost more of my shit. And I ran home screaming to my parents like, I need to do this. I need to take guitar lessons. Didn't happen for a little bit, but I had to kind of constantly nag. Come on, Mom and Dad. I really want to do this. I'm not going to shut up until I do it. That helped. So little Larry started taking guitar lessons when he was 13 years old in Northfield, Illinois. Northfield is next door to Wilmette, and there was a music store called Gann Music and Sound, which is still actually there. It might be something else today. No, I'm not sure it is, but it's still there, which is pretty amazing, considering a lot of shit's come and gone. I know, you guys can't see that, but trust me, I did it. Alright, Killer Monster, have a good night, man. Don't work too hard on that graveyard shift. Udi, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please hit that like button. Tim Harrington. Are you related to Steve Harrington of Stranger Things fame? I'm free. Yeah, I didn't think you would be. Did anybody watch Stranger Things Part 1, Season 5? Sent clutch? Okay, man. Thank you. Swamp Thing, you need to catch up? It's great. I binged it over the Thanksgiving Day weekend. I mean, not right in a row, but I watched one episode every day, basically. I think one day I watched 2. Happy birthday. Did you get anything good for your birthday, man? Yeah, Thanksgiving was good, man. Thank you for asking. What'd you get? Oh, nice. Very cool. Which Star Wars Lego set did you get? Yes, I have an analog delay on right now. That's it. The rest of what you're hearing is through the amp. Thanks, Swamp Thing. I appreciate that very much. It's a Gibson, man. It's just got the old-timey, old script logo on it, that's all. Well, Swamp Thing, I'm very happy that you figured it out. I appreciate it very much. If you guys like the content, please help the channel by giving a sticker. It helps the channel keep going. It helps me keep the lights on. Hey, Swamp Thing, is there something you want to hear for your sticker? All right, thank you. I appreciate that. No problem, man. That's what it's, I mean, that's what this stream is for. It's an open forum for you guys to ask me questions about shit. I mean, shit pertaining to music and guitar, obviously. Hey, man, I'm having problems putting on my condom. Can you help me? No, this isn't the channel for that, dude. Go ask your mom and dad. I can't ask my mom and dad. They failed. They had me. They don't know how to put it on. Well, dude, you're SOL, man. All right, Tim. Be cool. Have a good evening. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, thanks, Swamp Thing. You don't watch anybody else, man? There are other good, I guess, well, I think there are other good channels to watch. Can I play Way Down We Go? No, I don't know that one. T-Bone. Yes, I was yelling at the screen, wasn't I? Hey, Amanda. Amanda Kimberly. Is that all one person or is that two people? Good evening to you. How you doing? Swamp Thing, I appreciate you, brother. But I do think that some people have seen me like going off and be like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? And they tune in because of that. I don't know. It's just a hunch, but I could be onto something. What the fuck is this guy's problem? You just don't know Larry Soulcactus, that's all, man. He ain't for the faint of heart. Same bad time, same bad channel, back to the jam. Fuck that up. Swart, S-W-A-R-T. Space Tone Tremolo. 5-watt tube amplifier. You can see photos of it on the community board on my homepage of Larry Soulcactus on YouTube. thank you. I appreciate that. Very happy. How are you this evening? Who made me want to play the guitar? Probably Pete Townsend, actually. To be honest. Thomas Gaddy, are you saying you're a drummer? Yeah, totally. Except he used a special. But yes, very much the same type of guitar. Yeah, whatever. Nice. That's cool, man. Thanks, Swamp Thing. Sir Thomas, you must be older than me. I'm 54. Wow, thanks, Mitch. I appreciate that. That's mighty generous of you. What you want to hear, brother? I have just reverb on the amp right now. The amp's it's a 5-watt amp, so it's easy to like kind of goose it, you know? Thanks, Mitch. You're funny. 10-inch speaker. It's a Jensen P10R L Nico magnet speaker. I don't like 12s. They fart out. Especially in Tweed design amplifiers. Oh, that's cool, man. I stopped in 2000. That was the last time I had played, like October 2000, something like that. Or it was 99. I just got to a point where I was burnt out. I was trying to promote a record, and my entertainment attorney wasn't doing very much of a good job, so I had to shit can her. And so I was just kind of like basically doing everything myself, like trying to. It was always like a revolving door of fucking drummers, which pissed me off and stressed me out. And I was like doing all the bookings and scheduling all the rehearsals. And I just, after like doing it for like, you know, everything myself for like 6 months to a year, apart from playing the bass and the drums, like I was fucking overloaded. It's no wonder I fucking burnt out. You know, especially when you're trying to like do it yourself in a big environment, like Phoenix is very spread out. You could really carve out a living here playing music if you worked really hard at it. But it would take you some time. And when I say some time, I don't mean like a fucking year. I mean longer. When I say some time, I mean 2 to 3 years. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if you want to like, look, if you want to break into your local music scene, figure on just breaking in, getting in tight with like people at open mics and whatever, and where you're being seen and heard, and people start knowing who you are. That's going to take about a year. If you're really good, you can probably cut it in half if you're a fucking superstar. But, I mean, you gotta be fucking on fire night after night after night after night after night. If you're a superstar, that's what's required. Then you will get a gig fast, because somebody's gonna be like, "Fuck, I want that guy playing for me." Ahoy, Mr. Jiggles! It took me probably, I was in college when I broke into my local scene. I was 21 years old. You know, but like the day I turned 21, I was out at the fucking bars playing, because that's what I wanted to do. I did not waste time at all. As soon as I was legal and I could play at a bar, I was out playing at a bar. I used to play at the Melody Lounge, right past the Tempe-Phoenix border here in town, off of Scottsdale, which turns into Rural Road. For those of you who know, when you're heading south on Scottsdale Road and you're heading into Tempe, you see the sign. City limits, Tempe. So I used to sit in with this band called Chester White and the Soul Pigs. They were a big R&B band. Like, they had like fucking 9 pieces or some shit like that. Really amazing band. And I would do like Crossfire by Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I would do Further On Up the Road by Eric Clapton, which is really a Bobby Bland song called Farther On Up the Road. And I would just play with these guys who were like 10 to 20 years older than me. Everybody was older than me. I didn't play with anybody my age, because I was playing with a lot of like blues, classic rock, R&B guys. That's where I was cutting my teeth, and that's who I was learning from. That's where I was getting my education. Not sitting in the fucking classroom. I mean, I did that too, and I got my degree. But I can tell you this. I've had a lot of jobs over the years, and I've never done anything with the fine arts degree that I got. I've never worked in a fucking museum. That's what you're supposed to do with a fine arts degree. I've never worked in a museum. Oh, Dr. Eggman, no worries. It's all good, man. I'll probably go a little bit, another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm going to close down shop. But I mean, like, I started up my own online guitar boutique amp and effects retailer called Soulcactus Sound in 2000 and did it until 2007. Met some cool people. I got to do my own signature amp, bring it to market, and sell it to people. That's really cool. I also got featured in Tone Quest Report in June of 2004 for the amp. Cool to be recognized in a national music publication. I've also been in Vintage Guitar Magazine as well. I have done a CD, but my feelings are anybody can do a CD. I'm like oversimplifying that. Not anyone and everyone can do a CD. I know that. There's a lot of work that goes involved into making your own CD. Takes money, takes time, takes a lot of effort. And if you don't believe me, you can look up Lawrence Kanefsky on Amazon.com and see a copy of Meeting You being sold by somebody. I don't know how they got it, but they did. And they have a couple copies, so you can buy it. It looks like this. $1998, $1999, right in there. That's that year. Hey, Duke and Humphrey, send me a sticker and I'll play you some Back in Black. It's a tip, man. Send me a tip. You too, Thomas Gaddy. Come back here anytime. Subscribe, hit that like button. We appreciate that. Thank you very little. Dr. Eggman, thank you. Hey, Shauna, how are you? Good to see you. That's because there's no Guitar Guy ATX going on right now. You're the only one that's shown up from that group. to my Tuesday shows. Let's see. Um, his name is Randy Walker. He was a sessions player from LA. He lives. I don't know if he still lives here or not, to be honest with you, because we're talking about 26 years later. But I met Randy at a country band audition at some woman's house, and we connected. I didn't decide to join the band, but he recognized that I was a good player, and I recognized that he was a good player. So we connected, and I was just like, I might need somebody to record my record. Keep my info handy. And sure enough, I called Randy probably like, I don't know, a month or two later, and I was just like, hey man, I got session time booked. Can you do this? I'll bring you a copy of like the demos, and you can figure some shit out, and then I'll let you know exactly when your studio day is gonna be. And he's just like, yeah, that's cool. So I brought Randy the stuff, and I told him when exactly our studio time was together, and he was just like, okay, I'll see you there. He showed up. He was on time. He was totally professional. The only thing that he really didn't do is he didn't do any homework, which really pissed me off. Because it's my dollar, it's my dime that I'm spending in the studio. So we probably could have cut down on time, and I could have cut down on expenses had Randy done some homework. But it was fine. I made it work. And on every song, we basically would just run it through in the studio, and then we would start getting a lock, and my engineer would just be like, hey dude, I'm gonna hit the button right now. I'm like, I just give him the nod, like, fuck yeah dude, I got it, we're fucking locked in, do it. That was the brilliant thing about my engineer. He and I kind of shared the same brain. He knew exactly what I was looking for. So it's kind of another life's lesson, find the people that you really like working with, because it'll make shit a lot easier to deal with. I'll be honest with you, Randy was not easy to deal with. I love you, dude, but you're not easy to deal with. And I got in a pinch one time for a couple gigs and, hired him. But again, he doesn't do homework. So it was really kind of annoying, especially when I'm playing original shit, my original shit, and I don't want it to sound fucked up. That was always my issue. One of the times that he did play with me, it was like a big Battle of the Bands competition here in town in Scottsdale at this place called Cajun House. And at the Cajun House, that's where they booked national act shows. So I really wanted to sound amazing. And we sounded pretty good, despite a couple hiccups in there. We certainly didn't win, but we did have respect from all the other bands. I remember that night very, very well. And I said to Randy after it, I'm like, you couldn't have listened to my shit at least once, dude? Really? You had to fuck with me live on stage when I got this much shit going on? And he just looked at me. I'm like, yeah, dude, you know what? I'm never calling you again. That was like the second time or the third time, and I was just like, yeah, we're done. Because I really hated that shit. Like, I'm paying you to do a job. Fucking do it. Like, I will never hire another drummer that pulls that kind of horse shit on me again. No, Duke. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Yeah, he was, dude, he's one of those guys from LA who is a studio guy, and, you know, he just thinks that he can show up and just nail it. It's like the kid that doesn't study for the test and just shows up and gets an A on the exam. That's Randy. He's great. He was great at laying down the shit that I needed him to lay down for me. But I mean, you know, the amount of aggravation that I kind of had to endure over it was not worth the price, to be honest with you. Like, I would have much rather have hired somebody that didn't cause me as much static, friction, distortion, however you want to phrase it. But like, I don't need that when I'm paying for studio time, and you know I'm trying to um, adhere to my economics as much as possible, and I'm trying to, you know, be economical with my money spending. I don't know that, Alan. I don't watch that show. I always love the guitar from Ren and Stimpy, though. I always love that intro tune. Do I have any footage of me playing with Randy? No. The 2 gigs that we played? No. Because that was back in 98 or 99. And again, it just, there wasn't there wasn't smartphones around, you know? Like, I think at that time, if you had a flip phone, you were cool. I'm not really sure. Hey, Guitar Guy 95. Do I like Star Wars? No. There's no silly questions, right? Or no stupid is a stupid question. No question is a stupid question. You're all good, dude. I did like Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. I'll be honest with you. That's my favorite Star Trek movie. And I did enjoy Christopher Lloyd playing a Klingon. He was a real SOB in The Search for Spock. I did not play bass on my meeting record. My bass player Chris Begnell played bass on it, and he was in the band for a long time. So it was like Chris and I were kind of the constants, and the drummers were always a rotating door. I don't know what the fuck was up with that, but that's how it was for us. We would just always, it seemed like Chris and I were always auditioning guys. It was just kind of ridiculous. And then we found one guy for a little while who was like cool, and then one time he just decided that he didn't want to show up at a gig and didn't show up. And I had to phone him for 2 days to find out, WTF, why'd you do that? And he's just like, I don't really give a shit. And I was just like, okay, so you don't give a shit that I'm trying to give you and your family extra money? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, dude, fuck off. That was the end of that. That's another thing that I just won't tolerate. If you don't show up at the gig with me, you're gone. I mean, the reason would have to be so incredible for me to be like, yeah, okay. Sing Bob Seger. Hi, hey, Jerry. You sing Bob Seger. How about, you know, when you come into my house, you say, hi, hello there, how are you? Good to see you. Maybe try that and see how that works. Uh, hey, either Swamp Thing or Dr. Eggman or Shauna, can you tell Duke and Humphreys that is just my wacky sense of humor? Hey, John, how are you? What's the guitar? Anonymous user. 2017 1963 SG Junior reissue. Hi, hello there. Welcome to this evening's festivities. I am Larry Soulcactus. I am your host. But I'm going to wind things down here and tell you where you can fucking find me, other than here. But if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please hit that like button. Oh, God. For anything further, you can follow me over on Instagram at Larry Soulcactus. If you want to check out my music, you can go to patreon.com/Larry Soulcactus. I'll be putting that in now. You can find both of these links down in the description below the title on your phone. If you highlight the word more, a drop-down box will appear. If anybody wants to contact me for private guitar lessons or whatever, email is soulcactus19@gmail.com. And I would like to thank the two sticker givers this evening, which were Swamp Thing and Mitch. You guys rocked. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. So I'll be back tomorrow at noon. Sorry about the noon stream today. I had technical difficulties, and I tried it twice. Nobody was showing up. I'm just like, fuck it. I was really tired, so I'm like, I'm going to catch some Z's, and I'm glad that I did. So thank you all for being here. Love you guys. Love you for being in my dreams. Appreciate you. Be good to yourselves. Be good to the ones around you. Hang loose. Love you guys. Thank you very much. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye.